N00b.
Yep. Yeah, man. Critical times are here. I just watched a couple of videos on a software called Melody Sauce. It's a plugin that just makes chord progressions for you in some sort of a randomized algorithm, and you don't need to do shit but just click the generate button and it does the melody for you. There's a lot of discussion going on right about now about artificial intelligence overall, with Google's deep learning and procedurally generated music that's going to be generated by artificial intelligence, and whether or not this is going to be a threat to musicians and producers and whatnot. People are worried that it's going to take their job, and how they spent so many years perfecting their craft and someone else just swoops in with no prior knowledge, no skills, no feel for music, no flavor for music, and basically turtle gerbs. We're gonna make a little experiment today to see whether or not this is true. I don't have Melody Sauce, but I have another plugin by Plugin Boutique called Scalar, which suggests a bunch of chords for you, so we're gonna use that. I'm gonna enter the role of a zero experience in music person who doesn't know jack shit about music, and we're gonna basically simulate my noobness. And the goal here is to make a song with minimum imaginary effort with the tools we have at hand. Let us go. Well, alright, let us get going. Remember, right here, right now, I have no prior experience in music. I have no flavor whatsoever. I'm pretty tone deaf. I have a little bit of general music theory knowledge. For instance, I know I have to stick to the same key, but that's about it. No skill whatsoever. This is the first time. I'm a very technological person though. I'm, top of the line. MIT, Harvard, technological Silicon Valley type of guy. So I know my way around technology. I just don't know jack shit about music. I got this fancy little plugin called Scalar. This is what we're going to use to generate our chords. But first of all, we're going to need some drums. And how do we make drums? We steal a drum loop. That is a-okay by the rules of today. So I've prepared it already. Let's see. Beat loop, 124 BPM. Being the technological master I am, I localize the BPM here and find that there must be some sort of a connection between the two. This number must correspond probably with the drum loop. Okay, here we go, 124. I don't want that. It's too hectical for a person like me, a person of genius, a person of technology master. So I want to go with something a little more for the peace of the mind, something that goes along for studying math and education formulas. Now I have already learned what the BPM is for. It must be the tempo. So let's pull it down. Let's go to 75, 76, 88 maximum. I have here 50 of the best drum loops. How can you go wrong with that? These are obviously the best drum loops in the world, hence the title. So all we need to do now is pick from these and go with a lower BPM. Yep. Die slow. I like that. That's an intriguing name. Sure makes for a great song. Alright, we can go with this. I guess the tempo is kind of like... Yeah, loop it up. My friend showed me how to loop it up, so that's why I know that. My friend from Berkeley Music College. I only socialize in higher society circles. Alright, we got our drums finished for the whole song, basically. What do we need now? We need some chords on it. For this we have Scalar. What is this? Welcome to Scalar. Detect, analyze what key and scale you are in by playing some notes or chords. We don't even know how to play a chord. So we can't go with that. That's a no can do. Click on the notes to create a chord. Okay. F sustained 2. Alright, so how do we get the other chords now? Sounds incredible already, but we need some more chords. It's very complicated, this. Even for such an automated artificial intelligence process, I'm already having trouble finding my way around here with no prior musical experience. Let's try scales. Okay. Song. Here we go. Okay, this is perfect. JK pop, precisely what we want to make. Okay, we got 8 chords here. No idea what to do with them, but pick them all. 4 chords is enough for, I would say, for a verse, and then we're gonna make a chorus. Perfect, sounds like music to my ears. Let's drag the MIDI out here, and we're gonna have to pick an instrument for it. Recall, we have no flavor, so the instrument does not necessarily need to sound good because we don't know what sounds good or not. I'd say it's pretty good already, but my fellow Wall Street friend has been dabbling a little bit with music, and he showed me a highly intelligible thing, which is how to switch sounds in Logic. Still, I have no flavor, so I don't know if it sounds good or not, but I'm just gonna go with whatever looks interesting. Orchestral. I was always a big fan of orchestralis. I was always a big fan of Vivaldi because my mother showed me what music to listen to. Synthesizer is always a radical. Let's go with brass, which in Swedish means marijuana, majestic horn. Because I am of majestic stature, I will choose the majestic. Linguals is one of my highly intelligible qualities. And I know by reading the name of the sound, it must be a good one. Alright, we got the verse. Now we need to go back and do a little chorus part. Pick and choose, use, snooze, you lose. I'm already quite happy with it, but we need a bass line. And I am not familiar with how to play a bass line, and but I do know you can't play a bass line with chords. So we're gonna have to do it on our own, and we're just gonna have to give it our best shot, I guess. Let's go with picked bass. This is gonna be a challenge, but I think we're gonna pull it off. Record. Chorus. Now that we have our most magnificent beat going, we also need some lyrics because we're going to make this a complete song with a minimum imaginary effort. Now I've looked around on the internet and they've come quite the far away using the deep learning artificial intelligence, but I only found like a couple of services. None of them were perfect. None of them are really good at all. There's one called Deep Beat. Check it out. Problem with this one, this will generate lyrics for you based on existing lines from other songs and combine them and try to make try to make them match and even make sense, which it still doesn't. Check out this example by just doing a random search here. I'm surfing on the net, wait a sec, I'll be there. So keep on sitting there, riffing and splitting hair. He fell to the floor with his hands in the air. I be in it, adding a chapter to the Bible with my blood. Listen, I've been off the deep end since I was seaman. Oh, you didn't want to know whose life was written, just to show and improve everything was real. It's like, no, we don't want to be using anybody else's work. We want to not come up with stuff ourselves, but still not steal from others. Writerbot, this one basically doesn't rhyme at all. You choose your genre. Let's go with a rap and depressed rap. Generate the lyrics. All those time bombs ticking in your eyes. It's so right, oh baby. Live, never gonna let your love fool, yeah. So this one is pretty cool. Sometimes, like I said, it doesn't rhyme, but we don't always need to rhyme in lyrics. This is free art form. It's an expressive thing. We express ourselves, and the artificial intelligence helps us to do that. Here's the last one, song lyrics generator. If we go on rap here, this one seems to just rip off New York State of Mind by Nas. We don't want to do any thinking. Let's just fill out the entire form with random ideas. What's our rapper name? I'm sorry, that is too much thinking for me. I'm doing the rapper name generator. Fill it out with random ideas. Write me some rapper names. Come on, man. That's quite the quantity of names. I have to choose one myself. All right, let's go with Norman Foreman. So, maybe you will recognize this. The banana drops deep as does my joystick. I never cry, cause the cry is the great uncle of tick. Beyond the walls of bananas, life is defined. I think of Muppets when I'm in the Oslo state of mind. I think... So it takes a bunch of words and makes an alternate version of New York State of Mind by Nas. I think we're going with the Writerbot one. Just going by the emotion that it generates with me, I would say it is a happy and mellow one. In an ideal situation, the computer would rap for me, but we're gonna have to do this. You'll speak the words that could explain. You feel, baby, I love you for making love. Till the morning comes. In the night, the light of good over evil of good loving. Look is all. I have a problem. She cook and clean my ride or die. You won't believe it's so unusual. Kiss to kiss day was made love famous. Mine's those when you stick a flag, kiss is forbidden. It's good for me, stroke it for excitement. Don't worry if you're horny. Me, how could they understand over my king and baby? Understand exactly why she's in my mind. That Saturday dance, I hit the beach. Quality time. But I don't know if I'm good. Mine's those when you stick a flag, kisses forbidden. It's good for me. Stroke it for excitement. Don't worry if you're horny. Me, how could they understand? My heart delicious I hold. If I see you're the only one I love, making love it goes down, yeah, yeah. My dreams to dry land if I cry. Mine's those when you stick a flag, kisses hidden, forbidden. It's good for me, stroke it for excitement. Don't worry if you're horny. Me, how could they understand? Nice, man, that's a wrap. Honestly, I have to say it did exceed my expectations. I'm very happy with the result and I'm trying to land a record deal after this. You should do like me, hop on this while it's still fresh and not many people have caught on to it yet, especially the record label industry peoples, and we can make a fuckload of money by automatically generating songs like this or in even more efficient ways. I wish I had like something that would do everything for me, but these were the most accessible results I could get on such a short notice. I'm gonna look into getting better software that requires less effort than I actually had to put in now. On a serious note though, these things, I looked around for a bit And AI music has come a far way. I mean, science right now is the future, and I think that's only fascinating. But on a consumer level, these existing tools that we have, they won't help polish a turd, you know what I'm saying? So if you have zero music skills, it's not like it's gonna take you skilled musicians out from the already oversaturated market. I don't think we need to worry about that. I can see how this could come in handy as a, as a tool for when you get stuck or whatever as well. And you might use it to learn about new chords and scales if you're not a super pro on that. I mean, you might have a few chords already that you know and a few scales, and you're working them and you know them like intuitively, but still you want to learn more about them. These suggestions can help you grow. I'm not too worried about it. I think the science behind it is fascinating, but you can bet your ass in a few years computers will be able to do it. They will be able to do it better than you. That's what I think. There's a high probability, at least. Still, it's all gonna boil down to what we as humans value the most. I don't think we're gonna have a doomsday situation on musicians here. It's like people were always paranoid about, ticker germs! And then it turned out, no, actually it created jobs, created other jobs. Some jobs might go obsolete. Hopefully not any jobs that involves any sort of creative process that we enjoy doing. But I think, human beings are probably gonna be able to handle it in a smooth way. On another note, I read all about these content creator services where they can just go and download productions, music to use in their videos. I think that's a bigger threat because, people, they just want instant access. They want to be able to go online and get what they need soon as possible with no human interaction. And that is something I see as a way more serious thing. If we're going to optimize everything and cut out all the human interaction and everything, and every step of the way, I think we're heading down the wrong path. It's just one of my woes I have. I don't know how justifiable it is and how big of a threat it actually is, but it just seems a little bit alarming to me that people are so, give me, I gotta have this and I gotta have it now. I don't give a fuck who put in work, who's behind it, and whether or not they get compensated a fair amount of money or whatever. I believe collaborations should happen, between human to human. So fuck all these middlemen, fuck all these record labels, fuck all of that stuff. I don't want nothing to do with that. Unless you get me set for like the rest of my life, or at least a few years down the road, and I don't need to worry about anything else but making music and making these videos for you guys. That's another deal. What I'm trying to say is fuck all the middlemen who are taking advantage of you as a creator. Anyhow, we got a nice joint made today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, ring that bell. You know what time it is. You know the goddamn deal. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing about that no more. Okay, bye-bye.